up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua said something that arose a lot of eyebrows the other day when he did his interview from home in his isolation spot. And he said this about the last 8 years of his life, that I can't remember even half of it. Anthony Joshua on the past years of his life. Of course, we know the corona pandemic has affected sports stars and fans alike. This world is under a lockdown with self-isolation being the norm. Heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, too, is following the rules and staying at home. Of course, he had a chat to let everyone know. He said, obviously boring and stuff, but the world needs it. Of course, this is relating to a video that I said before. But he said he can't remember the last few years of his life because fans are used to use the opportunity to put for the questions for AJ. And he says because of the Olympics and everything that happened right after the Olympics, his signing professionally with Matchroom, you know, his constant progression as a fighter went on and on and on and on and on. He doesn't remember a lot of it because I feel it went too fast. Me counterpunching Anthony Joshua, the reason why he wants things to stay the way they are for a very long time is because he hasn't had time to sit down, to realize, to observe what he's actually done in his career besides ripping and running on something that goes on in his career. Okay, it's the irony. It's like you're being in Mulan. You're like, oh, that's nice. Okay, let's keep it moving. You know what I mean? You don't have really time to capture anything mentally in your mind to get a self of familiarity where you are. It's like the things that you do. And I heard a good friend, peace out to Kid Fresh, and he said something very important. He said, well, what you do, you really don't enjoy it long. You know, you don't enjoy what you like to do or the things that you like supposedly, you know, or you're in your best interest to do out. They really don't last long. A lot of the times you're looking back at what things you like to do because they've already happened. In Anthony Joshua's case, if he can't remember the last half of it, the last 8 years, 3 to 4 years, that's bad. That means that what he says, well, the world needs it. I think his world needs it, definitely. Because if he's a person like myself that does things and really don't think about what you do until it's already done. You know, like I go on vacation and I'll go for a week, maybe week and a half, 2 weeks. But then I'm there and it feels like that whole time just kind of flies by. And then next thing you know, you're back in normal civilization and you're looking back and thinking about it, you know, as a moment of nostalgia. You know, so my life, I don't really compare it to Anthony Joshua. So just imagine the shit that he does from day to day to day to day to day, from week to week or from month to month. It's easy to get on that thing that's ever so changing, that's turning. You know, that's called life progression, where sometimes it's good to sit down, take a week off, do absolutely nothing. You know, it's almost like a favorite movie of mine. Shout out to Rabina Cook. She loves this movie. She said in this movie, it's called Office Space. Office Space was I think a 2000 film or 1999 film, comedy. But this guy, he was so busy ripping and running, you know, and his boss was riding, you know, his tail at work. He wasn't getting anything done. His girl was cheating on him. You know, his life was a mess. And he went to a hypnosis, and the hypnosis, you know, hypnotized him into being calm. And then the hypnosis had a heart attack and died, right? So here he is stuck in this kind of Zen state, this hypnotized state that he's just calm, you know. So he went home and did absolutely nothing, but he enjoyed his life. He enjoyed that day, and people said, what did you do? He said, I did absolutely nothing, and it was everything that I thought it would be. That's Anthony Joshua right now. In a nutshell, that's Anthony Joshua right now. You know, so a lot of times people are known are being known for, breaking barriers and breaking records, and he's broke some records, and he's, collected belts, and he's done this, that, and the other, and he's just really successful, and people know him, and he's getting known more and more, and people, he's blending, mingling, engaging, connecting with people all the time. Sometimes if you do that and you spend the last 8 years doing that, you're not going to remember all of it, especially if it's a repetitive process, right? So that's why Anthony Joshua's like, well, I don't remember half of this shit. Doesn't. If something that repetitive, and you're used to going to Mulan, and you're getting on a plane going to Dubai, then back to London, then to New York, then to Miami, you're going all over the place. You don't have time to really absorb and observe what you're really doing, to get a good feel of a place that you're at. You don't even, to feel a place's surroundings, its energy. A lot of times if you're ripping and running, you're there on Monday, and then you're out by Tuesday afternoon. You haven't spent a lot of time in wherever you were. Doesn't matter where it was at. So I can understand why the video on Anthony Joshua and why he said what he said. So you guys let me know what you think about Anthony Joshua's missing memory of the last 4 years. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been counterpunched. Peace.